2 of the IAAPA Expo 2022. I'm here with Matt Sakal of Skyline Attractions. He's one of the engineers here. Matt, how long have you been with Skyline?
I've been with Skyline Attractions for about 6 months now.
6 months, so you're a newbie.
I'm pretty fresh, yeah.
Awesome. So day one, how did it go for you here at IAAPA?
It was crazy busy. I don't think I anticipated how many people were going to be just coming by to talk, but it was a whirlwind my first day here.
Awesome. So the other day, you guys, before IAAPA, announced Trail Runner. It's a new family coaster. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
So Trail Runner is our step up from our children's Sketty coaster models. It's a little bit more thrilling, a little bit more dynamic than the Sketty coasters. You can fit 2 adults comfortably side by side with each other, and it should just be customizable to any kind of terrain that you're looking for, and it should just be a nice step up from the children's coaster.
Awesome. Now, one thing that kind of caught people's attention is the new light package you're advertising on the Sketty Bowl coasters. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so every day parks are looking to bring in more people, looking to differentiate themselves a little bit from the competition. So what better way than lighting up the night sky with some lights? And so we developed our Aurora lighting package that can be placed onto our Sketty coaster or our Trail Runner coaster. This kind of brings some more kinetic energy to your rides.
And when someone comes up to your booth, what are the type of questions that they typically ask you?
Pricing is one thing. It's always, can this fit in my park? Can this work for my space? Tell us what's different about your ride compared to some of the other attractions out there, and how can we make this work for our space?
And when you talk about the Trail Runner family coaster, you talk about how this is fit into my park. That looks like you can fit that almost anywhere.
You can. It's going to be customizable to any sort of space that you have. As you can kind of see here, we kind of made this go to the terrain. It hugs the ground really low, so you don't really need to go super fast or super high to get that sense of speed and adrenaline.
Well, the other thing about it, too, is when you look at the materials and everything like that, it doesn't, it's going to be a ride that, cost-wise, it's going to work for you. It's not going to, you're not going to have a lot of added expense just because you're going up high and everything.
Correct. Very correct.
Are there height limitations or anything like that? How high can you go with the Trail Runner?
I think we're trying to aim for something about 50 to 60 feet at its maximum. Yeah. So nothing too crazy, but enough to get everyone in the family on at a thrilling ride.
So just for the sake of those who aren't familiar, Sketty Bowl as well as Trail Runner, what are some of the things that make them different from the average coaster that you can get?
So the main thing I would say is the way that we construct our track. It is a completely weld-free kind of track system that is bolted together using structural rivets. So the biggest thing and the biggest advantage with that is you don't have to do a lot of the inspections that come with things that are welded together. As soon as you introduce a weld into some structural components, you essentially are making a crack. And so those have to be inspected at a very frequent interval, and this frees the park up from having to do anything like that. So that's one of the biggest advantages to our track systems on both these attractions.
Very good looking, very unique looking. That's one thing I like about it from an outside standard. Any final thoughts, Matt, about Skyline, about your experience here, anything like that?
It's been a fantastic first IAAPA here at IAAPA, with Skylines here for me. I hope you guys come and check out our booth and come see what we have to offer.
What's your booth number?
4415.
4415. He knew it right off the top of his head. So SkylineAttractions.com, I believe, is your website if you want more information.
Yep.
So make sure that you check them out. Awesome. Well, thanks, Matt.
Thank you, guys.